Hey, Shalom. We'll get started here in just a few moments.
These be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The Tachmonite that sat in the seat, chief among the captains. The same was Adino the Esnite. He lifted up his spear against 800, whom he slew at one time. And after him was Eleazar the son of Dodo the Ahohite, one of the three mighty men with David, when they defied the Philistines that were there gathered together to battle, and the men of Israel were gone away. He arose and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto the sword. And the Lord wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only. Was Shammah the son of Agi the Hararite. And the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where was a piece of ground full of lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines. But he stood in the midst of the ground, and defended it, and slew the Philistines. And the Lord wrought a great victory. And 3 of the 30 chief went down and came to David in the harvest time unto the cave of Adullam. And the troop of the Philistines pitched in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in an hold, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed and said, Oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. And the 3 mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto the Lord. And he said, Be it far from me, O Lord, that I should do this. Is not this the blood of the men that went in jeopardy of their lives? Therefore he would not drink it. These things did these 3 mighty men. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among 3. And he lifted up his spear against 300, and slew them, and had the name among 3. Was he not most honorable of 3?
All right. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaKodash. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. In his son's name, who the world inwardly called Jesus Christ, real name in the Hebrew is Yahushua. Also give praises, honor, and glory unto the Yahweh HaKodash, the Holy Spirit, which is the force and entity that makes his edification possible. I want to say shalom to all you sincere-hearted Aki and Wa'akwat, that you brothers and sisters make your bodies a living sacrifice on a daily basis in this wicked and adulterous generation. I also want to give double honors to our apostle elders, the great millstone, who taught this truth and who ruled well. And I'm the brother Osman Wath from the great millstone Dallas camp. All right, and Shabbat Shalom to you Aki and Wa'akwat tuning in this evening. Yeah, we're just going to touch into real quick. As you can see, the title of the lesson, it says, This is a societal collapse we are witnessing. All right. And pretty much what inspired this video was a video I was watching yesterday by on this YouTube channel, which we'll watch the video here in a second, Lord willing. The channel is called Epic Economist, and he was going into 15 major retailers that's shutting a lot of doors, man. A lot of famous, a lot of famous stores are closing. Walmart, Costco, Route 21, and the list goes on. And today he actually published a new video, 15 major restaurant chains that's closing. So ultimately, like the title of the lesson says, this is a societal collapse we're witnessing, man. And the fashion of this world is passing away. All right, everything that we, once knew of, all right, partook of, Yahweh Shema Shah, right, is doing away with it. The so-called white man, along with everything that comes along with him, his McDonald's, all right, his philosophies, all of it is going away. All right, 1 John 2:17. Let's start at verse 15. As the title reads on this heading, on the blue letter, it says, Do not love the world, right? And this is an admonishment, an exhortation, and warning for us believers, man, to don't love this world. Don't love this place, man. All right, have no parts of it. Come out and be ye separate, saith the Lord. All right, because Yahweh Shema Shah is about to burn this place up, particularly Babylon the Great. All right, so it says, 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes, the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. He that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. That's right, man. So this is what's happening right now. This is a paradigm shift. All right, the Lord is causing the fashion of this world to pass away. All right. And we're commanded not to love this place, man, because loving this place makes you at odds with the Heavenly Father. Because everything here is just absolutely, completely corrupted, tainted, filthy, nasty, abominable. James 4:4, you adulterers and adulteresses. Know ye not that friendship with the world is enmity with the Most High? Let's grab this word friendship real quick. Friendship, philia, or philia.
Strong's G 5373. Philia. Philia.
Yep. Friendship, fondness. All right. Pretty much is an alliance. You see, it's a covenant. To be, if you're a friend with somebody, right, you're in a covenant relationship with them. All right. And the Lord's about to disannul, all right, that hellacious covenant that 2/3 of our people, right, have made with Esau Edom. And he's about to allow Esau Edom to completely have his way upon him. All right. It says, you adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High. Enmity is hatred. Whosoever thereof, therefore, will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. So I just want to open up with these scriptures, man, as we see the fashion of this world passing away. Let me get this one. It just came to mind. Let me pull up my Apocrypha here. 2nd Ezra 2. And then we're going to get into some of these videos. I want to read a little bit of this article briefly. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2. And let's see. Give me 1 second. Shadow should say something about shadow. Here we go. 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 36. Let's start at verse 35. And it reads, it says, be ready to the reward of the kingdom. Right. And that's the hopeful elect is getting ready, man. And how are we getting ready? By this word going out. All right. Revelation 19 chapter. All right. It says that the bride had made herself ready. And how is that? We're bathing in the oils. All right. We're getting our minds prepared for the coming of the bridegroom, for the coming of our husband, Yahweh Shai. All right. Being groomed to love the things he loved, which is righteousness, and being groomed to hate the things that he hates, which is this wickedness, man, that's in this world. All right. And we're ready for the reward of the kingdom. We're ready for salvation. We're ready to get out of these foul, decrepit bodies, man. All right. So it says, be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore. That glory, man. It says, flee the shadow of this world. See, it says, flee the shadow. Let's grab this word shadow on the online etymology dictionary real quick. There's a point I want to get on here. It says shadow, the noun usage. It says, look down here. Let me zoom in for you. It says anything unreal. Anything unreal. And that's this world, man. This is not living. This is not a life. Right down here, we're just merely existing. All right, this is a shadow. So it's not real. So he says, flee the shadow of this world. So flee this fake ass world, man. All right. It should be easy to leave these things behind. And the Lord he's making it easier for us to leave these things behind by showing us the filth of this place, the filth of these people. All right. The pollution of the food, the pollution of everything, man. It's all fake. Flee the shadow of this world. Receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly. And that's what we're doing. We're testifying Yahweh Shah openly. And how are we doing that? All right. By the words of prophecy. Just the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shah, the spirit of prophecy. So let's I want to read a quick article. And it's crazy because the spirit that hit me just to type in societal collapse. And as I type this in, I guess, AI and all that. Now, it keeps track of, your history, and it kind of sees, what you've been researching and what you've been looking into. And right before I had started the draft to make the StreamYard video, I was looking at my browser page, and this had popped up on my browser page, and it said a civilization crisis, and this was published a month ago. So I'm like, let me see what that's talking about. So I was going to read one line on this, okay, because as we're in the revised Roman Empire, you see, Rome is falling in a similar fashion as it did, right, about 2,000 years ago, man. You see, let's read it. It says this is a civilizational crisis, published by Top Gun Financial Planning a month ago. Like I said, I'm just going to read this little paragraph. It says, oh man, I didn't even see this part. It says, now this is a painting, and it says the Romans in their decadence. The Romans in their decadence, right? And that's what Babylon the Great is known for. It's known for its decadence, living deliciously. When you read the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter, you see. And when you go into the root word of this word decadence, the root word of it is what? Decay. You see, decay. What does decay mean? Let's find out. Decay. To decrease, to decline, to deteriorate, lose strength or excellence. And is that not what we're witnessing, right? In Babylon the Great and all throughout the four corners of the earth, right? The whole Edomite hegemony, right? It has decreased, right? In morals, right? The economic power that it once had, everything, anything you could think of is all decayed, is all decreased. That's what happens to a society when it's nothing but decadence, when it's nothing but comfortability, it's nothing but ease. All right. It creates weak individuals. Everybody's weak-minded. Nobody has any morals. Nobody's had any standards. Ultimately, it's because nobody has any fear of Yahweh Shema Shai here. This is Proverbs chapter 28:2 in the NLT. When there is moral rot within a nation, its government topples easily, but wise and knowledgeable leaders bring stability. Ooh, let's read that again. When there is moral rot, right? Rot is another word for decay. You see, and that comes through this decadence, this age of decadence that we're in. And now we're at the latter end of it, to where we're seeing the fruit of all these years of America just living in decadence, man. All right. As people, have all this technology, have the smartphones, people became dumber. You see, you got smartphones, but you dumb as hell. You see, you got a computer in your pocket, but you don't know shit, man. All right. When there is moral rot within the nation, its government topples easily. Feminism, right? Totally destroyed the family structure, right? And when you go into the etymology of that word family, it literally means a miniature government. So when all these miniature governments are destroyed, which are the family structures, well, you already know that's going to trickle all the way up to the top, man. Which that was all designed, all right, by the elites, by these Freemasons, by the Illuminatis. You see? Because this is a satanic world that we live in. And the Lord is breaking all this shit up, man. Let's grab this real quick in 1 John. Let's see. 1 John 5. I know it's down here in 1 John 5 somewhere. Bear with me. Here we go. 1 John 5:19. It says, and we know that we are of the Most High. What does that mean, to be of the Most High? Meaning that you come directly from Him by the spiritual regeneration. All right. We have been born from above, as we're being born again. We're being conformed to the image of His Son. All right. Yahweh Shai, which ultimately this is going to the first fruits. So it says, and we know that we are of the Most High, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. See, aka a satanic kingdom. That's what we live in. Now you have, all right, after school Satan club programs for these little children, man. And there's no uproar for that. Let's get in NLT, 1 John 5:19. We know that we are the children of the Most High, and that the world around us is under the control of the evil one. So this is why, if you love the world, all right, as we got early in James 4:4, if you love the world, all right, you're an enemy of Yahweh Bashmal Shah. Why? Because Satan rules this world. He's the God of this world, man. And he works through the physical counterpart of these Edomites, the so-called white man, starting with the elites. All right, but now what we're witnessing the collapse of this man's kingdom, which he thinks that he's doing a controlled demolition, but it's ultimately Yahweh Bashmal Shah put him in a trick bag. He thinks that he's going to, destroy this current society and build back better. All right, him closing all these major retail stores. All right, him, purposefully, destroying his own economy just to come back with something else, come back with the new regime. All right, but it's the Lord putting him in a snare, and he's not even made aware of it. But let me find this article again, because I wanted to read that first paragraph. So it says, Painting the Romans in Their Decadence, 1847, by Thomas Couture. And this is a quote from Naish Ase Homo in 1888. It says, there will be wars, Salaki. It says, there will be wars, the like of which have never yet been seen on earth. And what war is that talking about? The third woe, Revelation 11 chapter. It says, Rome was not destroyed by external enemies, but by internal strife. The empire tore itself apart through corruption, greed, and political infighting, leaving it vulnerable to outside forces. That's what Edward Gibbon said in his book, The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire. And that's absolutely true. And because those other nations, those barbaric tribes, they saw that was a perfect opportunity for them to come and pick apart, all right, the Western pagan Roman Empire, man. And that's exactly what's happening right now. All these other nations are looking at America, all right, just tearing itself apart through its moral rot, as we got earlier in Proverbs 28:2. When there's moral rot within this nation, its government topples easily. So all these other nations are looking at it, and they're waiting for the perfect opportunity to come, all right, shoot these missiles on it, man. All right. But let's play this video real quick. This is off of YouTube, Epic Economist. This was published yesterday, May 14th. And as you can see, the title says 15 retailers going out of business in 2024. And I know we're not going to get through the whole thing. It's 16 minutes long. But he goes through, all right, all 15 stores, which we'll just play a little bit of it and get some precepts. But yeah, this is what we're witnessing, man. We're witnessing the doors being shut in the streets, as the book of Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter says, man. So nonetheless, here we go.
Dying at a pace that is simply astonishing. The American retail landscape isn't the same as it was just a few years ago. Businesses that used
Oh yeah, fair use, educational purposes only.
That is simply astonishing. Brands that used to have thousands of stores across the U.S. are going out of business after struggling for years. Many of them have done everything they could to prevent this from happening, or at least delay their disappearance. But the economic decline gripping our nation has been unforgiving. Over the past few years, we've lost more purchasing power than at any other point since the 1970s. We've seen the income gap get wider, with many middle-class Americans falling into the cracks and straight into poverty.
Right, and that's why when you read the book of Revelation 13 and 16, it says that he calls us, all, both rich and poor. It didn't say anything about middle class, right? Because Esau, he's broadening, right, the margin between, or he's broadening the gaps between the rich, right, and the poor. All right, and this what we're watching right here, this is going to cause a major ripple effect throughout the economy, man.
The soaring cost of living has made it almost impossible for average U.S. households to save for their future. People are being very careful about their spending because with each passing month, the cost of bare necessities like rent, food, and gas is getting higher. That's why seeing boarded up storefronts has become the new normal. In this environment, American retailers are literally fighting for their survival. Now, they're taking every step to streamline their operations and to cut costs. That includes reducing their store count even further in order to improve profitability and save their businesses from bankruptcy. Although for some of them that's too little too late, others are acting fast before conditions deteriorate any further. And if you've got a favorite brand or store, make sure to visit it while you still can, because the truth is that it might not be there a few months from now. Today we've listed 15 big retailers that have announced mass store closings or are going out of business in 2024.
Yep. And like
Without further ado, let's...
Yeah, like I said, we probably ain't gonna get through, all 15 of them, but yeah, I mean, you can watch this video yourself. But he goes in, with some of the major ones, Walmart, Costco, Family Dollar, Family Tree,
Check out this list. 1. Rue 21. Teen apparel retailer Rue 21 has just filed for bankruptcy for the third time, but now the company is liquidating all its assets and closing doors for good. Over 540 will be shuttered in the coming weeks. CEO Michel
540, man, in the coming weeks. So all these malls, man, I remember when I first moved out here to Texas, shit like the mall out here in Arlington, man, it used to be popping, on Saturdays and Sundays. So you go out there now, man, it just be a few little Issacharite families in there, and ain't nobody else in there, man.
Michel Pasco said. Located in 45 states, the stores are now conducting their final sales before going dark over the next 4 to 6 weeks. At its peak, the chain boasted 1,200 locations, but it has been struggling in recent years. In 2003 and 2017, Rue 21 also filed for bankruptcy following financial challenges. Back then, it was able to get back on its feet, which is not the case this time around. The company was negatively impacted by challenges stemming from the COVID-19 pandemic and
Damn it, you said it. All right, let me fast forward to another one. Express
is a big drop in operating storefronts. Stuart Glendenning, Express Chief Executive Officer, said that the move was necessary in order to keep the business alive for longer. The exact timeline for the closure of these local Express stores was not provided yet. But if you shop at this retailer, stop in while you can. 3. Family Dollar. Dollar Tree-owned Family Dollar is conducting one of the biggest mass closings in the country this year. More than 600 locations are set to close in the coming months, while 370 will be closed in the coming year as leases expire. The struggling discount chain that caters to low-income customers is facing worrying profitability issues after years of mismanagement. Recently, the company was fined more than $40 million for a rat infestation at a warehouse that forced hundreds of stores to temporarily close. To make things worse, decades-high inflation has hit shoppers hard, and a general consumer pullback has impacted Family Dollar's bottom line, exacerbating its battle with discount competitors such as Dollar General, Walmart, and others. 4. CVS. Healthcare company and retail pharmacy.
Boy, CVS. So this is gonna make it harder for people to get their medication. Because a lot of Walgreens as well. He doesn't mention it here, but Walgreens, right? As he's mentioning right here, CVS. Once it's harder for these people to get their medications, man, That's when we're going to really witness people go psycho, as Matthew 24th chapter says, because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that word cold for the Greek there in that verse, as we just quoted, is a psycho. You see, and part of that is going to be these people not having access to their medications. You know, a lot of these people they're doped up on these antidepressants, you know. So when they don't have access to that, man, it's going to be complete, mayhem out here. These people are absolutely, demon infested, and these drugs are kind of keeping them at bay. But the Lord's stripping all this right now, man. So once again, we're witnessing a societal collapse. This is what we're in.
Chain CVS is significantly reducing its store count as inflation puts a damper on its overall margins. The company is in the final year of its 3-year plan to shutter 900 locations. Executives say changing populations and buying patterns have led them to reconsider how many stores the chain needed in certain areas. In 2024, 300 stores are going dark. About 50 locations have already been closed, leading the company's stock to fall dramatically earlier this year. On top of that, a net loss of $421 million is making investors concerned about the financial strength of the chain, which is also reporting massive profit losses due to retail.
So yeah, he goes in some more. Let me see if I can find the part he speaks about. Then he mentions Rite Aid right after this. But let me see if I can find the one with Walmart, Macy's, Foxtrot. I never heard of them. Let's see. Okay, here's Walmart right here.
Closing stores. We have explored many avenues to continue the business, but found no viable option despite good faith and exhaustive efforts. 9. Walmart. Retail titan Walmart is closing stores in 4 states as financial results.
And you know what they're going to do with these Walmarts. And these F to the camps, man. You see?
Failed to impress for yet another year. Even though it didn't disclose the exact number of closings, the retailer said that the targeted locations did not meet financial performance expectations for 6 to 8 consecutive quarters. Last month, 6 stores were closed in Maryland alone, with 2 closed in Ohio and 5 shuttered in San Diego. More California stores are on the chopping block for Walmart, as well as locations in Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. 10. TJX. The off-price retail chain TJX is about to close dozens of Marshalls and TJ.
So yeah, that's the point. Like I said, he mentions more. So y'all can feel free to check out this video. Like I said, it's off of Epic Economist. 15 retailers going out of business in 2024. And then today he published another one. I haven't watched it yet. It was
to understand that the U.S.
A restaurant apocalypse is starting to sweep across America, and that is bad news for the U.S. economy. Yep. And they've been talking about Chili's. See what else? Red Lobster. Yeah, Red Lobster. All the ones that Apostle Rick be naming off. And he's saying Popeyes, Chili's. Well, hey, through the Spirit, now all of them shutting down, man. You see? Because the Lord is sucking the mirth out this place. Now, let's go ahead and get some scriptures, and then we'll read this article real quick. I got to pull it up. This is Jeremiah 25 and 10. This is Jeremiah 25 and 10. It says, moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstones and the light of the candle. That's exactly what's happening, man. The spirit of this place is sucked dry. Ain't nobody happy, ain't nobody smiling, ain't nobody laughing. All right. You see? And a lot of people they're having a hard time to find jobs. That's the Lord taking away the sound of the millstones. See? Because if you're working, in the ancient world, you'll be at the millstone, grinding mill. You see? So this is just symbolic for that, the you're gonna be reluctant to have a job in these days, man. This is why, all right, Yahweh Shah told us to don't take thought for what we're gonna eat, what we're gonna drink, what we're gonna wear. All right, we're gonna be taken care of as long as we continue to seek the kingdom first. All right, but these people they're about to be in for a rude awakening, man. You see. So let's play this let's read this a little bit. This is off of Wikipedia. It's a simple search of societal collapse. Let me try to zoom in. All right. And it says societal collapse, also known as civilizational collapse, tongue twister, or systems collapse, is the fall of a complex human society characterized by the loss of cultural identity. Yeah, nobody knows, right, who they are, what they're here for. Right, people's confused on their sex. Right, nobody knows their nationality. You see, you got people literally calling themselves colors by the name of colors. All right. So it says, and of social complexity. It says, as an adaptive system, the downfall of government and the rise of violence. See, they both work hand in hand. So as a government collapses, violent rises. You see, grab a quick one. Isaiah 47:1. Look at the title. It says, "Lament for Babylon," meaning cry for Babylon. All right, and that's for these people to cry over, because we ain't crying over this place. We're rejoicing. Oh, we got to get that. Sirach 25 first. Yeah, man, we are rejoicing. Sirach 25 and 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. So that's what makes us happy, man, to see the fall of our enemy. And the Lord is allowing us to be in it, man. We got front row seats. We eating our popcorn. We got our feet kicked up. All right. Enjoying looking at this man fall. You know, I want to be I know all you brothers and sisters want to be in the kingdom tomorrow, but hey, it's a beautiful thing just to witness, just to see just see how the Lord just strategically picks his place apart. We see him stripping these people of their understanding. People are like bugging out, you know. We see him doing things as such what we just watched, this him, closing these major stores that people, once loved and cherished so dearly, going to these malls. The Lord he's strategically picking this place apart bit by bit. So this is making us happy, man. All right. So going back, Isaiah 47:1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. That's that decline. You coming down from your high seat. The Lord is taking you off that throne, and now you sit in the dust, sitting in the confusion. It says, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. That's right. So going back to this website, it says possible causes of a societal collapse include natural catastrophe, war, pestilence, plague, economic collapse, population decline, or overshoot. Check this out: mass migration, incompetent leaders, and the sabotage by rival civilizations. See, these are all the things that we've been witnessing, especially it's been happening for years, but ever since that P to the demic, all right, in 20 to the 20, all right, this has been happening, right, on a much more intense scale, man. All right, and your so-called leaders, these incompetent leaders in Babylon the Great, they've been allowing this mass migration on purpose, man. all right, to pretty much accelerate this societal collapse. Because once again, all right, they want to build back better, order ab chaos. All right, they want to create the chaos and come back with a new order. That's the purpose of it. But see, that's where the Lord is going to trap this man up at. All right, Esau thinks that he's going to, bring this controlled demolition and build back better. But no, what the Lord said here in the book of Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashmal shall host. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So Esau, you ain't building nothing else back up, man. All right, your last time to build was during the time of the Renaissance. All right, and now the Lord is in it. He's deconstructing you. He's bringing you down for you to never rise up again. Let's grab this in Jeremiah 51. Now the Lord will allow you to bring forth the sea hip. You see, but that's going to be for a short season to mark those as undesirable. But right after that, Yahweh Shah is coming back, man, to physically uproot you. Jeremiah 51 and Jeremiah 51 and start at verse 61. And Jeremiah said to Sariah, when thou comest to Babylon and shall see and shall read all these words, then shalt thou say, O Lord Yahweh Bashmal Shah, thou hast spoken against this place to cut it off. And that's what the prophets are doing right now. All right, we're speaking, all right, the words of Yahweh Bashmal Shah out of these prophecies, man. And when you read Jeremiah 50 and 51, it's going into Babylon the Great. All right, and we're saying that thou hast spoken against this place to cut it off, that none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast, but that it shall be desolate forever. And it shall be, when thou hast made an end of reading this book, that thou shalt bind a stone to it and cast it into the midst of the Euphrates. And thou shalt say, thus shall Babylon sink, and shall not rise from the evil that I will bring upon her. And they shall be weary. Thus far are the words of Jeremiah. That's right, man. So once the Lord sinks this place, it's not rising back up. All right. Babylon has fallen to never come back up, man. And we're in that collapse. And after this place, full collapse is not coming back, man. So we should be, how I said, fear not, little flock. It's your Father's good pleasure to give unto you the kingdom. He's given us all the signs and tokens that we need to be on the lookout for, all right, to see, all right, when these things are going to take place. But going back to the article real quick, it says possible causes of societal collapse include natural catastrophe, war, pestilence, famine, economic collapse, population decline, overshoot, mass migration, incompetent leaders, and sabotage by rival civilizations. And that's almost word for word when you read this in Second Esdras. G&T. So give me 1 second. All right. Second is 9 from the top in the GT. Says he answered, consider all these things carefully. When you see that some of the signs I have told you have appeared, you will know that the time has come when the Most High, when Yahweh Bashmal Shah will bring judgment on the world he created. There will be earthquakes, right? That's those natural catastrophes we were just reading about. It says national rebellions, international intrigues, meaning plots or schemes. It says unstable leaders and confused rulers. When you see these things happening, you know that they are what Yahweh Shah has spoken about since the beginning of creation. That's almost word for word we just read. All right. In this, so like, give me 1 second. Hey, let me know This video is messing up. See, like on my end. Damn. Yeah, it's messing up for you. Let's see. Yeah, it's all with me, man. It's all good. Yeah, we'll wrap it up. We'll just read this last little paragraph, or this first paragraph, and finish it up. Possible causes of societal collapse include natural catastrophe, war, pestilence, famine, economic collapse, population decline, or overshoot, mass migration, incompetent leaders, and sabotage by rival civilizations. A collapsed society may revert to a more primitive state, being absorbed into a stronger society, or completely disappear. See? And America's not going to be absorbed into a strong society. All these nations are about to collapse. The Lord is about to uproot all these heathens, man. You see? But it will revert to that primitive state. You see? It's about to be a dog-eat-dog world out here, man. The pillars of society, right, are about to completely collapse. Psalms 11, last verse, and we'll wrap it up. Psalms 11 and 3 in the NLT. The foundations of law and order have collapsed. See? So once this happens in its totality, that's going to be America going back to its primitive state. So it says the foundations of law and order have collapsed. What can the righteous do? And what the righteous is going to do is lean upon Yahweh Shema Shah for protection, for food, for everything. All right. So, but that's the point, you know. It seems like Esau was fucking with my audio, man. He's been doing that a lot. Damn devil, man. You know, I'm gonna probably start, you know, going live off my phone like I usually do, because I've been noticing whenever I go live off the StreamYard on my laptop here, I don't know, it just seemed like he just be messing up. So, but you know, Lord willing, the point was made. Okay, brother saying they could hear it now. Okay, hey, the water Akim and Aquath, you know, for letting me know. But that was pretty much the point, you know. But, you know, you all feel free to you know, to go back and watch that video, right? And you can read the rest of that on Wikipedia for yourself. Societal collapse. You know, I wanted to get through more, you know, but computer's messing up. But the point was made. All right, but with that, you know, Shabbat Shalom, you know, and the water again for you, Akin Wakwa, you know, for tuning in. Till next time, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Hakadash. I want to give double honors to the Apostle and Elders of Great Millstone, Wafla Babal, DTA, Shalom. Yeah. Brother said he saw a hoe. Yeah.